Trailblazers. Welcome to Digital Trailblazers. It's Leah Ray Getz, and I'm excited to have you here with us today. We're talking about online lead generation and sales for beginners. So this is sort of like the 101 course. If you, hold on, I think I forgot to hit a button. Oh, geez. The Minnesotan's going to come out here. Be careful. um, let's jump in. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, crap. Post on timeline. For everyone who's not in the Facebook group, you're going to see this weird thing where it's not, I don't know what's going on. Save settings. Come on. Yes, if you're in my Facebook group, you're not going to see this. Everyone else, go ahead and say hi, and I will fill time while Facebook is being dumb. Ticking me off because it's not working. Okay, set up live video. I think it should be the same stream key. Yes. Okay, edit post. We're gonna do that. We do that. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. Sorry, guys, this is going to be a bad entry for everybody who's not. Yeah, that's the second time. Okay, so super weird. If you've tested like streaming from a platform like StreamYard or something like that into a group, you can do it now with the stream key and all of that stuff. However, when I'm in my group event and I'm actually connecting it, it like kicks you out as you're trying to hit go live. And it happened 2 weeks in a row. So something's up, Facebook. You do better, Facebook. Do better. Okay, let's dive in. Online sales and lead generation. This is for folks who are just maybe you're really a successful coach. Maybe you've sold a ton of courses, but you're doing it through networking. You're doing it through in-person events. You're doing it through referral based. That's all amazing, and congratulations on that. Now, in order to take it to the next step, to really grow, we need to do a few more things, right? To actually get this in front of more people, to start generating your own leads, to start making your own sales online. There's some really important stuff that you need to understand and get in place to be successful. So if I'd love to see everybody who's on. Let me know. I know we have Stephanie on with us. We got some more folks as well hiding out, just watching. I'd like names because then I can make, I know a lot of you, and I can actually make more relevant examples during the conversation. So say hi, drop a 1 if you've ever found some level of confusion when people are throwing around a bunch of internet marketing terms on trainings or when you're talking to people in the space and they're throwing around crazy stuff. Because I know back 8 years ago when we first got started, that was, yeah, Brenda, I totally understand. And that was us 8 years ago. Like, we all have to start somewhere, unless like you are somehow born into this. Like, my kids will always have known what this stuff is, but that's for the next generation, right? For all of us, mostly here, we're first generation internet marketers. We don't know what this stuff is out of the gate. You have to learn it. So give yourself some grace. That's what the training today is for, is to help teach you some of these fundamentals. So pen and paper handy, get ready to take some notes. Even better if you type out your notes in the comments. The more comments you provide, the more I appreciate you, because the algorithm will show this to more people who can benefit from this training. So definitely take your notes, throw lots of talk to me back and forth, right? So let's first get into some definitions that you need to really understand, and then we can break it down and give some examples and how to put these together in a way that works for your business. So as you jump on, again, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, replay, live, whatever. And then I'd honestly love to know what's your business, like what are you teaching, how are you serving people, because then I'll really tailor this conversation for you and what you do. So have you heard the term traffic? And I don't mean when you're stuck in traffic with your vehicles, but the term traffic when it comes to internet marketing. Okay. This is a term that gets thrown around a lot. I use this term all the time, but it is something that it can be confusing if you don't really understand, if you're just getting started. So what does traffic really actually mean? Traffic means getting in front of people, That's it. So for example, why does traffic matter? Why does traffic matter in business, period? And then we can apply this to your business in the online space. But imagine a McDonald's. It's the same offer, same menu, same pricing, same marketing, all that stuff's the same. However, one is in Times Square and one is in the middle of a desert. Which one's going to sell more cheeseburgers? Times Square is going to sell way more. The one in the desert doesn't even have a road to it. And there's like coyotes and tumbleweeds. So that one's not selling anything. Why? Because of traffic. No matter how good or bad the thing is, if you're in Times Square, you've got traffic and you selling and everything. You need people's attention. That's number one. But just the more traffic that you have, the easier this is going to be. Okay, so traffic is really, really, really important. And as you continue, while you're first getting started, but then every stage as you grow this thing, traffic needs to be on the forefront of your mind. It's not going to go away. Your funnels and the different things that you're doing to sell, you're going to get into a groove. You're going to have a funnel that converts. You're going to do all these things. And if you're not familiar with those terms, it's okay. We're going to get there. But you've got to know that traffic will always be something you need to be on top of, because if traffic dries up, no one's coming into your pipeline to be sold. It's gonna really, really affect your business. So you always ongoing need to be aware of where your traffic is. Make sure that you're generating enough traffic. Okay, Brenda, holistic health, wellness, gut health. Ooh, I love that stuff, Brenda. I'm all about that kind of stuff. I'm very, very much into naturopathic type things. Okay, so traffic. So what are examples of traffic for course creators, coaches, consultants in today's space? So ways to generate traffic. Number one, getting in front of other people's audiences. Imagine I had Brenda come out onto the live with me and give her, like, she was able to start talking to you about what she does, and she could do a little sales pitch, whatever, offer you something to generate a lead. That would be borrowing my audience. That's essentially what you do on podcasts, right? You're getting in front of an audience that someone else has made. So for our example, our Digital Trailblazer podcast, we have several, but that one, it's a top 5% podcast in just 6 months, which is a huge accomplishment. We're super excited. So just within like 6 months of launching that, it is now a top 5% globally ranked podcast. So we've got an awesome audience that's building on all the different platforms, which is great. And we've had people, guests come on, and they've told us how many sales they've made from being on our podcast, which is wonderful. So they come on, they borrow our audience, we bring them in, we interview them, we help them share their story and their expertise. And now they're able to, get more people in their pipeline. They're borrowing our audience to get in front of people. So a podcast guesting is a great way to do it, which actually leads me to my free gift for tonight. If you haven't gotten our new course, Podcast Guest to Star, this is Podcast Guest to Star. It's a brand new course. If you haven't received it yet, put in a star emoji or type in the word star, and Matt on our team will follow up with you and get you access to that course. It is hot off the press. Todd just finished it last Tuesday. I don't know. He finished it last week. So if you want access to that, definitely drop a star. We'll get you over that. So borrowing someone else's audiences. Summits are another example of this. Going live in someone's group, even like Instagram shout outs, all that kind of stuff is borrowing someone else's audience. So another option for traffic is paid ads. Todd and I have made millions with paid ads. Okay, you put money into traffic and you've got your systems and everything really dialed in, and then you're able to make sales on the back end. But if you have everything else for the business is really, really sharp, you've got your systems, your follow-up, your messaging, everything is really dialed in, and you're just missing traffic, paid ads can be a really fast and simple solution to make that work. Now, relatively simple. I would not advise anyone to jump into them if you are not working with someone like us to actually learn what you're doing. I've heard a lot of horror stories about people wasting a lot of money, and I obviously don't want that to happen to you. Brenda, I've just started the course and it's awesome. Oh, good. Brenda, that's great to hear. I appreciate that. See, guys, it's a great course. Brenda says so. Should we get an A plus? Um, feel free to give us a 5-star review, right, on Facebook and Google and all of that good stuff. Okay, so another way to generate traffic is social media content. That's why people are generating social media content, to generate traffic. It's not because they like taking selfies, or hopefully, like business owners, it's not just about taking selfies of yourself or feeling pretty in an outfit. The real reason from a business perspective is traffic, getting eyeballs, getting people's attention. So Instagram accounts, TikToks, um, uh, YouTube, Facebook, Reels, like all that stuff. It's all about getting people's attention. So if you are out there creating content on social media, your goal should be reach. Your goal should be viewers. Your goal should be engagement. All those people who are seeing your stuff, that's what you should be really monitoring and working on improving, so that it gets more reach and more people. We actually have a client who does amazing with SEO and Pinterest and gets 100,000 clicks to her website weekly, or not weekly, monthly, which is still insane. Monthly. That's insane. That's a crazy amount of traffic. That's like, ooh, I'm buying a yacht level traffic for me. So, there's some really cool stuff for that. So having that level of traffic is really, really important. So traffic is important. But that kind of brings me to another option, is blogging SEO. If you're going to do blogging these days, I would include Pinterest on top of that. And I would do SEO with YouTube as well, making sure you're optimizing for long-term keywords. Might be too complicated for you if you're just beginning, but there's the content that you're creating. You want to make sure that people follow it. SEO, search engine optimization. When people type into Google, when they type into Brave or whatever they're using, and they search for something, you want your content to come up. So blogging does that. YouTube does that. There's Pinterest. I think it was pins are now coming up on Google results. There's something new. I was trying to remember what it is. So, but anywho, you want to be found, right? Even traffic could be from your Google My Business. If you set up your Google My Business, which you now can do without putting in a physical address, which is fabulous, because now all of us, right, who are out there in the online space and don't have physical addresses, can put in our businesses. And then people who are searching for your what you do, how you help people, you can actually come up in those in the Google My Business on Google Maps, right? So that is an opportunity. So all of those are ways to generate traffic. Now, how do you actually take that traffic and do lead gen or lead generation? Well, lead generation is when you're actually collecting information from people who are interested in what you do. Okay. So then that might not be saying, yes, I want to work with you, right? That's down the road. Right now, they're just like saying, hey, Brenda, I love natural health stuff. What, cool, let's talk, right? Or Brenda has a great PDF guide of the 7 hidden toxins in your bathroom cupboard, right? Or whatever, that are messing with your hormone regulation or something like that. So maybe she has a PDF on that, right? And so, hey, that interests me. I want my body to be healthy. I'm gonna opt in on that. And now she has generated a lead, and maybe she offers something hopefully she offers something in her for sale that is like further down the line from that relates to that topic, right? About detoxing and cleansing the home and being healthy and all that kind of stuff. So they're not raising the hand to buy, but they're raising the hand that they're interested in that topic. Okay. So, in the simplest form, what would be the simplest form of lead generation is, say you go to a networking event, you go to a chambers event, you go speak somewhere, or you're at a conference, and someone gives you their business card and says they want to talk to you further because they love what you're doing, right? They want to meet with you later on because they want to see about working with you, right? That's a really super easy, simple form of lead gen, right? They actually give you a business card. You've collected their name, email, phone number. Voila. Then you manually reach out to them. Now, in the online space, what this typically means is that people are opting into a page. This is getting people to put their name, their email, hopefully their phone number. Sometimes phone numbers, people don't ask for phone numbers. You should ask for phone numbers. Name, email, phone number into a page, a website. And then when they put that in, they get something in return, right? They get to get a PDF download, they get a free course, they get an MP3 audio, they get something of value for giving it. So, for example, our podcast guests, we don't have it set up like a true lead magnet, but it kind of is a lead magnet. Our podcast guest to star course is technically a lead magnet. Like we're not driving traffic to it significantly or anything like that. It's something internal for our group right now. But when people, if we set up a page, we'd say, "Hey, come grab our podcast guest to star a course. It's brand new. It teaches you how to use podcast guesting to actually convert into sales. We're going to cover XYZ. This is why it's awesome." And then there's a name, email, phone number to opt in for it. And then when people opt in for it, they get the logins sent to their email, and they're now entering into a funnel, right? So lead generation is when people are just entering into that funnel. Okay. Now, what is a funnel? A funnel is a process to sell. In the end, it's really just a specific process to sell. Some people get very narrow views of this and they think it's only specific website pages. No, they're going to hopefully be part of your funnel, but they're not necessarily the entire funnel. The funnel can be much bigger. It can be phone calls, it can be text messages, it can be all of the cool stuff that you're doing on, if you are getting them into the group and then you're going live on the group, that live is part of your funnel, is part of your nurture process. So a funnel, every step and process of a funnel should further nurture, qualify, and move people towards a purchasing decision. So a funnel should be very wide on top. Everyone interested in the topic of being healthy, right? Optimizing their health would be at the top of Brenda's funnel, right? And then every step that they take from there will qualify them, move them closer to her or closer to a purchasing decision. So maybe they opt in for the free lead magnet. Once they get it, she invites them to join her free Facebook group for some more free resources. Once they're on email, she's going to get a nurture sequence in email with different content to further warm them up and nurture them. In the Facebook group, Brenda goes live. She's teaching, she's giving value. In those lives, she's inviting people to book a call with her or to attend a webinar where she's selling. In her emails, she can send them a link to her webinar or to book a call. So all of these things, we're just continually moving people closer and closer to the ultimate piece, which is making a purchasing decision. So that is that's the job of a funnel. And in a funnel, you want to make sure you don't have any dead ends. So you don't want this to stop anywhere. When people opt into something, there should always be a next step. Okay, that's just a general rule with funnels and what in the internet marketing space. So I've covered a lot so far. We're going to get into some more examples on how to apply this into your business, but I know this is kind of rudimentary, and I apologize for those who are more advanced, but I know that we have a ton of really new people into this space coming into our group and into our world. And I wanted to serve you guys and help you really understand what all of this stuff is. Okay, because it's super important. If you want to make sales online, if you want to grow an online business, you have to figure this stuff out. So if this was helpful so far, we'll keep going. Drop a 1 for me. Let me know that this made sense. And if there's any questions, put the questions in before we dive into actually how to apply this to your business. Okay. So as you guys are dropping your numbers, go ahead. All right. Let's go into examples of how this applies for you and your business. So let's take one example: podcast guesting. Okay, podcast guesting, being on someone else's podcast is how you're generating the traffic, right? That's how you're getting exposure, you're getting eyeballs, you're getting people's interest, right? Oh, good, Brenda, you're very welcome. That's the traffic. Now on the podcast, the guest hopeful or the host usually will allow you to offer a freebie for people so you can generate a lead. So you have a free lead magnet. So Brenda, this is your PDF on detoxifying your bathroom medicine cabinet or something, right? So whatever your free gift is, something that you put together. So you offer that on the podcast. The host puts it in their show notes and description. You also verbally say it so people can type it in. This is how you take that traffic of that other person's audience and now you convert that traffic into an actual lead. Make sense? So that's how you actually generate the lead. And now the lead, the person, is flowing through a funnel where you're getting them onto an email list. You're going to send out emails regularly. You've got specific nurture videos that's going to be sent out. You're going to maybe text message them. You're maybe going to call them. You're inviting them to your Facebook group. You're going live in the group, offering time to chat, all this kind of stuff. So moving them through. If this doesn't, or if this is challenging to understand, that's okay. We can help. This is what we do. But it is important that you get this stuff set up. This is the bare minimum to succeed in an online business. You need a funnel set up. You need an email and nurture process. You need ways to generate traffic. You need ways to generate those leads. And you need a process to convert those leads into sales, right? So if you know that you are struggling with that, or you're missing a piece of this puzzle, or you have the pieces of the puzzle, but they're clearly not fitting together well because there's not sales coming through the other side, then just type in info in the chat. This is our expertise. This is what we do all day, every day. We can totally help you with this. Just type in info. We'll talk. We'll see how we can help you out. If you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, though, then there will just be a link to book a time to chat instead, because I'm not, it's just easier. So there'll be a link there for you. Okay, so what would be another example? So if we go to paid ads, right? What does this look like for paid ads? So you can have a paid ad that I think in the olden days, up until very recently, it was very big and common for people to run a Facebook ad to a VSL, video sales letter, that booked sales calls. That used to work really, really well, and that's gotten less and less successful over the last year, right? It's gotten diminishing returns. However, you can have an ad, Facebook ad, bringing in the traffic, so getting you exposure to people. You're offering them your lead magnet, your freebie you're giving away that gets them to opt in, enters them into the funnel, right? So there's all this stuff. So in reality, and Stephanie will I'll send you a message. We can set up a time. When you're first getting started, what you need is the foundation. You need your marketing message, like the copy around what you're offering to be really dialed in. You need the funnel set up, like just the core funnel set up to nurture, qualify, move them through to a sales call, and for generating that lead. Generate the lead, nurture, qualify, move them through to a sale, whether that's a webinar or a sales call, depending on if you're high ticket or low ticket. All of those elements need to be in place. Then you can start adding traffic to it. And what's cool is when you have a really good foundation and everything flows, now you've got additional options for traffic. Now you can add several doorways into this process. You can have a door coming in through paid ads. Here's this flow of traffic coming in through paid ads. They're offering the same lead magnet. That lead magnet's going into the funnel, right? And you've got your process dialed in to convert into sales. Now you can also, let's add a little more. Maybe you don't have a huge budget for ads, so you need to also be doing other stuff. Cool. Facebook guesting, podcast guesting, right? So you go on people's podcasts. Now you're offering that same lead magnet. It enters from the lead magnet. They're getting into the funnel. They're moving through the process to make a purchase. You could be doing blogging, SEO. Like there's all of these additional ways to generate traffic that are all valuable and work once you have that main foundational system and process in place that converts. So you need to take the time to set this up. If you haven't, type in info. We'll chat and see how we can help you out. This is our jam. It's what we do every day, all day. So, but that's really what this looks like to be successful. So, yes, I hope I didn't talk too fast. That is a fault that I have sometimes. But yes, Stephanie, let's chat. Okay. Awesome. Fabulous. So yes, if you haven't gotten the course yet, make sure to type in star or use the star emoji if you want to have some fun with it. We'll give you the podcast guest to star course. And then you can actually, it'll show you how to really maximize the exposure that you're getting on podcasts to get people to take that next step with you and to actually lead them towards a sale. So I highly, highly suggest it. My wonderful husband put it together, Todd, and he is a genius. If you guys haven't been through any of Todd's training yet, I highly suggest it. Everyone who has been through Todd's training says it's phenomenal. So jump in on that. All right. I will see y'all next Monday. I hope everyone is doing well and is staying healthy. I know there's all kinds of crud going around everywhere. So my throat is a little, but I'm not getting it. I'm going to vitamin up and I will be just fine. So have a blessed night and I'll see y'all next Monday, same time. Take care. Bye-bye.